welcome to the Daily Draw. We've got a lovely, easy one for you today. It's just a little duck with some ducks sitting around it. Now you can take it on and change it. You could turn it into a bath scene with other bath toys, or you could put your little ducks on a river or even on the sea. Now, if we've got any older artists out there, maybe you could use this as a chance to help younger brothers or sisters, or if you don't fancy doing this one today, don't worry, there are 150 daily draws on the YouTube channel, absolutely stacks for you to pick from. But we hope you'll have a go at the ducks. It's a really, really nice, relaxing drawing and painting. So let's get drawing. So this is the drawing we're going to finish with. This is it painted using watercolour pencils. Now, if you don't have watercolour pencils, you can do it in colouring pencils, felt tips, crayons, whatever you can get your hands on, because it's really nice if we can give it a little bit of colour. Now, I've done this on watercolour paper here. You can see it's nice and thick, and that's because I've used those pencils. So I'm going to be doing my drawing here on my watercolour paper there. So how do we get to this stage? Well, we're going to start with some really simple shapes, and then we're going to build it. We're going to add some beaks and wings, and then we'll add in the eyes, and then we will take it and finish it off here. So let's get started. I'm going to take my piece of watercolour paper here, and if you're looking for paper, you can we sell it on our online shop in packs with the pencils and everything you need. I'm going to just grab my pencil here, and we will start with a simple shape. All drawings just start with a simple shape. What shape are we going to start with today? Well, if I bring this in here, I'm going to put the shapes in, and then you can pause it and do it yourself. If I find the middle of the paper, it's about there. And then around that dot, we can draw that sort of egg shape, sort of egg potato shape. So if that's the middle there, I'm going to go up like that. Look how I'm holding my pencil. Really loosely. I'm not, if I'm writing, I might hold it tightly, but for up here, it's going to go nice and loose. And that'll give me a lovely curve there. That is my first shape. I come in a bit. Don't worry if it's not right first time. That's all you have to do. Just take the rubber and you can rub it out. So that's our first kind of egg stroke potato shape to begin with. And then coming up from it, I'm going to go 1, 2 little lines, and then a circle, keeping it really, really loose. So that's the start. Right, let's go about halfway up there and curve round. And we're going to go from there and up. Now, here we're going to get a really nice, solid, big curve, almost like a big banana shape. Now, to do that, I want you to really relax your shoulder to draw this in. Work out, maybe pop a little mark where you're going there, and pop a little mark in where you're going there. That will really help. And we'll take it nice and loosely up here. And then we'll take it round here. And then we're going to come out slightly and go in. That's going to be the neck of our duck there. We're going to just go in just a little bit. I'm going to finish this off with another circle, just like that, echoing here. It'll become the duck's head. So coming around there like that, nice and loose. And up here, and that is our first shapes all done. So you pop in your first shapes, then we'll move on to the next bit. So we're going to pop in some, we're going to put in our beaks now here. Beaks on these two. I'm going to alter the shape here, and then we're going to add this little fella here at the bottom. So if I start here, I want to think about that line there. Can you see how that comes in? I don't have that at the moment on mine. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to take it up there And this is where my beak's going to come. Can you see the shape of it? If I take that bit in and round like that, and this bit up here. And then I can rub out that line. And that line. So now you can see why it's so important to keep these marks really light. And what I might do is just bring this down a little bit. There, so it looks a little wider. There we go. Right, quite happy with that. Not sure whether it's flat enough there, but I think I'll just leave it. Let's come on to this duck here and the shapes we've got there. So we've got it coming around there to there. So I'll bring that bit in a little. And then from here, let's put, it's pretty much exactly the same, just smaller for our duckling in. So it's not a matter of just sticking a triangle on. You see we've got this little shape. Here, everything's curves. We don't have a straight line, I don't think, in the whole of this drawing. And then I'm going to come round, and we want to pop a little tail on here. So we're going to come up, down, and round. If you feel like the tummy's sticking out a little bit too much, you can come in here and then come down. So we've got this shape here coming down. So here's our duck. And now, once you've rubbed out all those little bits, let's pop in that wing. Almost there now. So you've got your big duck, you've got the baby duck sitting on the end, and then we've got this little fella over here. It's exactly the same now. We'll go for a circle, which will be its head. That little shape there for the beak, and then coming round. I've made mine quite tiny. This is like a baby duck, but you can do it bigger if you want to. And that is our shapes for this stage. So to finish it off now, we're just going to give each of our ducks, our baby duck, our middle duck, and our big duck, 3 eyes. And what we'll do is we'll start with a circle inside, then another little circle there, which will be the highlight. So let's do the same here. Circle, circle inside, and a little highlight, and let's just finish it off with the baby. So I'm going to rub all those bits out inside. Make sure it's got a little wing here. Circle, 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 3. And here, we just need to finish off with a wing. We are ready to paint our ducks. I'm just going to use 2 colours here. I'm going to use a yellow, an orange, and a black. Now, these pencils are the most fun because all I want you to do is just really scribble, try and stay in those lines. But what you're doing is when you're painting like this, you're getting all that paint down there, all that lovely paint. The only thing you're avoiding here is the beaks. Everything else you can use. Then I'm going to take my brush. And can you see? I just put a drop of water. And then with the paintbrush, I'm taking that right to the edges. So there's just no mess here. These are brilliant paints. We'll take it round to there. And it's a lovely bright yellow we've got here. Take it around and across. So the only thing I'm avoiding is the eye and the beak. Everything else is getting painted yellow. I'll just finish it off up here. And I'm going to do the same on my little duck down here. So going round, I'm going to go round this one, go round the eye and the duck. And it's not lead inside that coloured pencil, it's watercolour paint. So the harder you press, the more paint will go on the paper. So that's all the yellow coloured in. And now we can do our little beaks here. I'm going to press quite hard here as well because I really want them to have these lovely bright colours. Take my brush, make sure there's no yellow on it. Don't want it to be too wet, so I'm giving it a little squeeze there. And I turn that to paint as well. I'm trying to avoid going too close to the yellow because you can let the yellow dry. It only takes a minute or two. If you let the yellow dry, then they won't run into each other. You want to try and avoid that if you can. And to finish it off, I'm going to use my orange here around the outside of the eye and all around the outside of my duck, including here on the wing. I'm going to do the same with this one up here, my little fella up here, going round in orange and going round the wing. Now, I've kept this super plain here. You can use this as a basis of your picture, and then round about it you could have these as if they were on a river. You could do it on a riverbank with lots of different other things, maybe some fishies or some swans. You could have them in the bath with other bath toys. You can do whatever you like. But what I'm going to do there is I'm going to go inside, but I'm going to leave that tiny circle white. I'll colour that black, but I'm not going to turn that to paint. There's no need when it's just such a small amount. And the same here. Each one with that little spot left. So when you've done your ducks, create a scene around them and make sure you send us pictures. We would absolutely love to see them. Hope you really enjoyed doing that. So relaxing drawing and painting, isn't it? If you want to find out more about the watercolour pencils, you can go to our online shop. We're going to be back tomorrow where we have got something fabulous for you. So make sure you tune in then. We're going to be doing Yoshi from Super Mario. We've simplified it right down and we think you're going to really enjoy it. So we will see you tomorrow for the daily draw.